Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan, and today I'm going to be discussing the new TV series on Netflix called Hostage. So let's get into it. I was not a fan of this miniseries. I love all the actors. I really enjoyed the actors, but the writing, I don't know. I don't think it was the best. And normally I'm all in on British TV because sometimes British TV shows are better than US shows. But this one was just like kind of disappointing. It could have been like a 2-hour movie. It didn't need to be 5 episodes. Like watching the show in the very first episode, I'm like, she should have just resigned. It was just really interesting to see someone who's leading a country choose their country over their family. And I know that's kind of what they signed up for, but there's gotta be some type of like boundary for it. If your husband or kid was taken away, shouldn't you like bow down and do whatever it is to protect your family? I think if it was just her husband who got kidnapped, I think the plan that she went with would work, but the fact that she had 4 other doctors and another British guy. She had 5 other civilians there. And she decided not to stand down. It's like, how do you take that responsibility for those innocent lives? I don't know. Maybe it's just a difference between US culture and UK culture, but in my mind, if you are married into someone who's in office or is the head of the government, you should be more careful with things. Like even the stepson who hooked up with his stepmother and had like a video of it, and I'm just thinking in my head, it's like such a rookie move. Like you just need to be more aware of like your surroundings, and especially with like social media and like phones. I don't know, it just seemed there was just like a lack of self-awareness about this series. I don't know much about the UK politics or specific things that maybe are happening there, because the drug storyline like didn't make any sense. Like the UK and where they are in the world, they should be able to provide the medications that these people who are sick need. It just like blows my mind where they are, like reaching out to France. You can reach out to other countries probably to get that. I don't know, it just like it just seemed so wackadoodle to me that I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to believe this? I think the concept of the hostage situation with the prime minister, I think would have been an okay storyline, but like you got to make it a little bit more interesting or realistic, because even the French president was making good points at the beginning. It's like, okay, well, I'm doing what I'm doing for my family, you do the same, but it doesn't necessarily mean I have to rub your back if you rub my back. At times I feel like the prime minister was a little selfish. I feel like it was a catch-22, because no matter what, because the French president was getting blackmailed, there was no possible way for even the 2 women to work together. There was just no possible way it was going to happen. You know, look at the result of that in the end of the series. I don't know, I just didn't really like it. It just like wasn't like executed very well, in my opinion. I was just extremely disappointed knowing the British shows I do like are just really well written, and I don't know if this was something like cheap to make. I don't know, but in my opinion, it just like wasn't that good of a show. But art is subjective, so there's probably gonna be people that like it, and then there's gonna be people like me who are just like, what did I just watch? Because I almost stopped after the 2nd episode, but I was like, there's only 5 episodes, I'm gonna push through it. It just like wasn't for me. And I don't mind like political thrillers like this, but it just seemed, I don't know, it just gave me a glimpse of like law and politics in Europe. It's just like very different from the US. Not saying that we're perfect either, but it just in terms of procedure and law, I'm like, well, maybe we have a one-up on people. I'm not entirely sure. Because it just, for common sense, it's like, why didn't they, like, why, when they're having phone conversations, why aren't you like in a more secure room? Like, why, obviously the laptop, I knew right away when she left the laptop there, it was probably going to be a bomb or exploding or something. And like, I feel like in a show in the US, like, I don't know, it's just so expected because I see so many of those type of shows. So when I see in this show, I'm like, yeah, how did you not know that was going to happen or not going to happen? Like, I called it from episode 1 that the French president's assistant was going to be a mole. Like, it was just too, like, predictable, I guess. I was just hoping for more of a mystery and figuring it out, and I just thought it would be figured out quicker. I just feel like it was just too slow. Anyways, I know I'm super negative about this show, but I was just a little disappointed. I think because I just love The Capture so much, and it was just such a good show that I thought that it would have that ambiance of this, which is ironic because The Capture is about surveillance, and then this is about a hostage situation, but they don't have the upgraded surveillance as a prime minister to then help get the hostages. I don't know, it just like didn't make sense to me. Just like the self-awareness of people in that power. But like, I don't live in the UK, so maybe I need to do more research to kind of understand maybe the show better, because maybe they just don't have as much security protection than other countries. I don't know. I just felt like the prime minister needed more security protection, and then the storyline about like the drugs, and then obviously the stupidity of the stepmom and the stepson. It was just bananas. Let me just put it that way. Which is funny because that guy was just in my Oxford year that I just watched. So it was funny seeing him in this again. Those are kind of my thoughts on the show. I'm just a little disappointed, but at least I guess we had an opportunity to see this artwork that these people created. So I guess I'm grateful for that. I don't know if they're going to get another season. I don't know if it's going to be like The Capture, where like series 1 is learning or having the groundwork, and then series 2 is to bringing or taking people down. So I don't even know what would happen if they get picked up for another season. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.